Welcome to the Victory Formation Lounge podcast, a pro football concentrated podcast that discusses NFL games week to week.
Yo. And then there were two. Final two. Championship weekend just ended. Quite the entertaining week it was.
It's fucking stressful.
Yeah, I bet for you it was, but much to celebrate after it all settled, right? So,
oh yeah.
Welcome back, everybody that has tuned in. I'm Tony. I am a fan of the Colts and a big fan of football in general, and the playoffs have been great. I'll have everybody else just kind of introduce themselves before we get into our topics today.
John.
Oh, man.
Simple and straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
I mean, it's pretty obvious which team I support. These other two motherfuckers have torn down all their shit. It's too embarrassing, I guess.
We're on vacation. The season's over for us, so why not, huh? Why not? But
we've been playing into late January, like it seems like for the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, you have actually. You've been knocking at the door.
It's time, bro. Go close. It's time for y'all to go close it out.
Yeah, you've been knocking at the door for quite some time now, so
it's only right, man. We have to. I mean,
let's see if you can Kobe and job done.
Come on, Brock, baby. Let's go. Let's rush for 100 this time.
Haha. Yep. Let's see if
he looked good on his feet last week.
He did. I must say.
When he took off running, I was just kind of like, man, he looks like a midget Steve Young.
Oh, he had 70 yards. What do you have? 70 rushing yards?
He had 51 in the second half, but then he lost yardage because of the kneel downs.
Oh yeah, that's the worst in fantasy. Like if you get a kneel down and lose by like 0.1.
Yo, there was one time, man, where they had to they just had to run like 3 or 4, kind of like what we had to do at the end of this game, run like 3 or 4 seconds off so that the play clock would be longer than the game clock. And the running back that I had, the quarterback that I had, or the running back, somebody just ran backwards like 10 fucking yards. And I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Lost.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Yeah, why don't we jump right into your game? Interesting, scary moments at the beginning for you, but
couldn't
you guys settled down, got composed.
Shit, man.
Was that?
We couldn't stop shit to start the game, man.
Yeah. You were definitely on the ropes.
So do you think that Steve Wilkes just drew up a better plan in the second half, or what the hell happened?
We were overplaying. People weren't staying in their gaps, and people were chasing the play. I mean,
Chase Young
one of the biggest runs that wasn't a touchdown that Jahmyr Gibbs had. Amon-Ra St. Brown had that reverse. Nick Bosa was already past like fucking Jared Goff when they flipped it to him. He didn't set the edge.
Yeah.
No discipline.
What happened on that Jameson Williams play?
It was the same kind of thing. I mean, we just
over pursuit.
Yeah, there was no discipline. Everybody was outside. He cuts it back in. It's kind of like how Debo beats everybody whenever he gets a sweep. Because if you notice, Debo gets a sweep, maybe 1 out of 10 he actually turns the corner. But usually he cuts that motherfucker back, and he's running in the end zone the other way. Because everybody's trying to cut him off, and he puts his foot in the ground and says, nope.
Let me know your thoughts on it. Is there any truth to the rumor that Chase Young is going to get benched for the Super Bowl?
No. He had one really bad lazy play, but he still played the rest of the day.
I actually saw that, John. I did see that rumor that he's going to be benched. I saw that.
I'm sure it probably came out of Washington.
He ain't getting benched. The guy that he is replacing had knee surgery, so he's out for the year.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we're missing two of our other defensive ends. Like, our depth on defensive end is basically Nick Bosa and Chase Young now. That's it. Like, yeah, because Drake Jackson had knee surgery and Cleveland Farrell had knee surgery. So they're out.
Yeah. Yeah, what was it? What did it start? Like 21-3 or something like that? Was that how it started, or what was it?
Yeah, it was 21-7, and then they took a field goal at the end, oddly enough, on fourth down, and made it 24-7. And then I got up so right now I'm sitting on my floor at my coffee table. And so I was sitting there all calm and shit, and I was like, well, this fucking sucks. And I get up, I let the dogs out, and then I sit on the couch. And then things start turning. I've got to piss. I'm holding it. I don't move until the final whistle blew, man. I sat on the couch. That's what did it.
I am not saying I don't like Burkhardt and Kevin Alt. What's his name? Greg Olsen calling your game, bro. I don't like it. Are they doing the Super Bowl?
No, it's on CBS. Yeah, so we get to listen to fucking Tony Romo.
I'd rather that than freaking Olsen and Burkhardt, bro.
Dude, Tony Romo and Jim Nantz have no chemistry.
They love the Chiefs.
Yeah, they do. They do love the Chiefs a lot.
No, I mean, it's not the same as Phil Simms and Jim Nantz, for sure.
Absolutely.
So you watched the whole second half, you didn't get off the couch?
Nope, I sure as fuck didn't. I was like that guy in the Bud Light commercial from 2012 that was sitting on his lucky couch.
No, you need to be like the guy who stands in front of the TV with your helmet on and your Bang Bang Niner Gang gear.
I know, right?
I actually never wear my shit in the house when I'm watching a game because usually I'm just shirtless, just chilling
in the crib. Yeah.
So
until Amazon bangs on your door.
Honestly, fucking, they just came out and they had the ball. They just had the ball. And on top of that, the Lions kind of switched up what they were doing, but we also tricked them in a lot of plays. Like the first fourth down where they tried to throw it, they had motioned Jahmyr Gibbs out wide, and then they brought him back inside, and Dre Greenlaw followed him back. So Jared Goff is thinking we're in man coverage. So he's going to try and hit Jahmyr Gibbs real quick on that crossing route to get that fourth, I think it was 4th and 3 or 4th and 4. But we were not in man coverage because they had a pick play set up, and the two Lions receivers coming from the left actually ran into each other and didn't do shit. And then Goff had to get off his spot because Chase Young beat the dude around the corner and pushed him out, and he completed the ball. We were basically disguising our looks from man to zone and zone to man, and it was fucking Jared Goff up. That's why he had a shittier second half. And unlike Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy decided I can fucking run the ball.
We'll get to that game. I think Dan Campbell dropped the ball on that one, man. Like, I get.
You mean Craig Reynolds did?
I mean, I get you. I get like some coaches like have to be like to be aggressive and rightfully so at times. But like, was it three of them? 3 times he went for it on fourth when they went field goal range?
Yeah. Oh, wait, 4 times. And the only time they converted was that last touchdown at the end of the game.
That's.
Listen, I'm
that's what got them there.
Hindsight is always 20/20, man. So if those plays work, then the narrative is completely different. Now, obviously, it looks bad. You should have taken the points, but that's not his style, man. That's not how he rolls.
I get it. But you do it once or twice. You do it once or twice and you're not successful. Common sense, when you're in the lead, you need to take the points. That I don't give him a pass. I get hindsight is 2020, but in this case, I don't give him a pass. Not that many times, especially where your offense has been stalling.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Nah. That was a golden opportunity missed.
If you're up, if it's a close game, I get it. If you're up 24-7, you got to take the point.
Exactly. That's exactly how I'm seeing it. Like, if it's a close game, yeah, like you want to kill the spirit or like grab the momentum by its nuts. You know what I mean?
And what's funny is he actually called it before the game. He said, he said he was going to be going for it. And because essentially this game is going to be a race to 30.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? If he would have kicked a couple of those field goals,
at least two, just two.
Yeah, he would have hit 30 before us.
Yeah.
Instead, we did.
It's weird though, because like I feel like the NFL is always a tale of two halves, man. So the Lions came out swinging and knocked you guys in the mouth. Monty was running the hard on the first drive, and kind of had put you guys right back against the wall, like right off rip. And then, you know, it just doesn't make sense. Like for the Lions to come out flat like that in the second half, I don't get it, bro. Like, really? You talking about 15, 30 minutes ruins your momentum like that?
I mean, we came out, got the ball, and when they stopped us for a field goal, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
But then we got a quick 3-and-out, touchdown, the fumble, and I'm like, oh, shit.
Funny enough, the exact same
thing.
That
one play where it went off Ayuk, the guy's helmet, and Ayuk caught it, right?
Yep.
Funny enough, the exact same thing happened to the Chiefs. The only thing is,
it was against the Colts, wasn't it?
They're not in the Super Bowl in this playoff game. The only problem was the Ravens didn't capitalize. The Chiefs didn't score a single point in the second half.
No, the Chiefs are did you know that the Chiefs have like the lowest scoring second halves all year?
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it.
That's fucking wild.
Your defense is obviously playing well in the second half.
But here's but man, but back to shit. Ayuk, I don't know. Maybe there is something to be said about this fucking ladybug. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I mean, he said the ladybug landed on his shoe, and then during the celebration, the cheerleaders are sitting there celebrating, and there's a ladybug crawling on their banner. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? Is this ladybug like the ghost of Bill Walsh? Like, let's go then. Is it Dwight Clark that made this the catch?
Oh, my God.
Maybe the ghost from Candlestick flew down south to Santa Clara.
Yeah. Now, but way to go, rallying back and, doing what you had to do. And shout out to Purdy for staying composed.
And it's crazy. Under Shanahan, we've never come back until these last two games. I mean, you can tell the heart that, I mean,
it's funny because
you need these grimy games and like,
I must admit,
I had forgot that Ed McCaffrey played for the Niners.
Yeah,
did he won a championship in '95 with y'all?
Yep.
Oh wow,
he was there. He was there with Shanahan as our offensive coordinator.
So he got a ring. He got a ring with y'all before he won 2 with the Broncos.
With the Broncos.
Yep.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
And
he was what? Where was he in the depth chart when he was with y'all?
He must have been
he was third.
Third, okay.
Yeah, behind. Wow. I mean, we had Jerry and John Taylor.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
is that what y'all had Bill Romanowski?
No, Bill Romanowski had been gone by then. Fucking yeah. I mean, Kyle Shanahan was I think he was probably in like some box or something like that for that game.
Yeah.
I don't think Christian was born yet.
Probably not. Yeah.
95.
Well, he may have been a baby.
Nah, yeah, he's probably like less than 30.
Oh, he's definitely less than 30.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So.
He's a baller though. So if you guys
he was born June '96.
Yeah, he wasn't even there.
He's going to be the missing. He's the key. Obviously, he's the key ingredient to this game, I think.
Yeah.
But what is he? 26 touchdowns this year or something ridiculous?
Yeah, he's got the all-time like single season, including playoffs, record now for the Niners.
Yeah, I saw. And that is the Achilles heel also for Kansas City's defense. You can actually run the ball with them, which is like why I don't understand why the Ravens didn't.
Oh, they had 6 rushing attempts, bro. Make it make sense. 6.
Like I was telling Rex the other day, like, man, as far as the offense,
I should have sent him a text.
As far as the offense goes, like,
one that he's off the podcast. He was a Ravens fan.
Was that? Yeah.
Ravens.
Yeah. Like the offensive coordinator dropped the ball.
That was so
bad. I would fault him for the first 3 quarters, and then I would say Lamar should have stepped up maybe second half of the third quarter and then the rest of the fourth quarter. Just kind of put the game on his shoulders, regardless of what the fuck was called, and just kind of go in his own element. You know what I mean? Like
they were dropping 8 in coverage, and he was still sitting back there trying to find somebody to throw to.
Right. I get they were calling. I get the OC was calling pass plays, but at some point when you're down and you're like, this the moment to go into the Super Bowl. You got to just take it into your own hands and just do what you do best. Do what you do best.
Like, where was that Lamar Jackson that did that spin move against the Bengals?
Right.
Where was that guy?
He was, oh, man. Like, yeah, he messed up with that.
It kind of makes you wonder.
So, yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
What was it? The 17-10? They only lost by 7, right?
Yeah. Like 7, yeah.
It's not like, obviously Travis Kelce did what Travis Kelce does.
Yeah, he was in rare form in that game. I got to give it to him.
Didn't really have anybody else on offense doing anything.
No, absolutely not. They didn't score, like we said, they didn't score a point in the second half. Ravens had chances. They had chances. They drove the ball. I mean, they had some turnovers in the red zone too. But like in the third, when nothing was like popping as far as what they were calling, that's when like the franchise quarterback kind of has to put his foot down and be like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
This is why I hate like doing prop bets on like underdog and stuff. One of my props was like Noah Gray over 10.5 yards, and he had like 8.
Yeah, what, like 8?
Bro, it's like they know. They know he's less than 10 yards.
Well, I mean, with the Chiefs coming in with with one of the worst rushing defenses, you would have thought that the over on Lamar.
I cannot believe the offensive coordinator. I really cannot.
That was just
what I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
He tried to outthink himself. It's kind of like okay.
Spagnuolo that good? Is it Steve Spagnuolo?
Well, I mean, he's been around for a long ass time and coached a lot of really good defenses. I mean, he is good.
Yeah.
But they just don't have the bodies up front to stop the run and linebacker size.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Cowboys.
Yeah. Well, they're missing guys. Aren't they missing guys too on defense?
Not really. They just didn't have linebackers coming into this season. All they had was Chris Jones, and they signed Charles Omenihu from us. But he just tore his ACL in the damn game. Poor guy.
Mm-hmm. Didn't know he played for y'all.
Yeah, they have one good linebacker. I forget his name. One of their linebackers is pretty solid, but
Carl Loftus?
Is it Loftus? Yeah. Well, no, he's more of a pass rusher, right?
I think so.
I think he's more of the pass rusher. I mean, like one of the actual like middle linebackers they have is solid, but
I think
overall their run defense is like.
I think it's going to be obviously it's going to be a close game. You know,
Karlaftis was born in Athens, Greece. I knew he was.
Oh,
Greek.
really?
Yeah, I had a feeling it was Greek too. Yeah.
Nice.
Shout out to your people, Minos.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. He can go home with olive oil this time.
You're funny, man. But yeah, man.
So what's the line is like 3.5 or something for the Super Bowl or what?
I haven't even really looked.
I have to imagine you're the underdog, given.
Oh, they're favored.
Oh, they're favored. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're favored. It's 2. We're favored by 2.
I see.
Which is a really weird line.
Yeah, it is.
It's essentially it's essentially even.
So you saw the Chiefs fan that buried the flag under Allegiant Stadium?
Yeah, I did.
That's funny.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
At the end of the day, I'm just glad our kicker missing that first kick didn't cost us the damn game, because right when he missed that's when I was just kind of like, that momentum is gone.
So I will say you're too hard on Moody because he's a rookie, but he has missed some critical kicks.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a rookie though.
I agree. But
is Robbie Gould really didn't miss any playoff kicks?
27 for 27 in his playoff career.
Oh wow. Was he on the Bears team?
What team is he at now?
No, he's retired. He retired.
Oh, he retired. Okay.
Well, he was on the Bears team that lost to the Colts, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, he was. I forgot about that. Yeah. Miami.
And then they released him, and we were like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And we were like, peace out, Phil Dawson.
Oh God, Phil Dawson. I can only remember him being on the Browns.
Nah, we've picked up a lot of kickers when they start getting paid too much. Like we had Joe Nedney for a while.
Joe Nedney. I remember he started with the Oilers.
Yeah, the Oilers and then the Titans. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about did you ever have Graham Gano on your team?
No.
Or anybody from Washington?
No.
How did Chase Young do in that game?
I mean, he did pretty well, other than that one bad fucking play where he, I'm just wondering if he just didn't see what the hell happened, because he just kind of stopped.
Was that a touchdown on that play?
I think, it was. But the thing was, I mean, you even see Nick Bosa chasing guys down. These guys only have a 10-yard spurt, and then they die. Like Nick Bosa trying to run after somebody is the slowest running I've ever seen in my life. He runs like that 250-pound, 5'2" chick that used to go to grade school with you. Where the knees don't bend, it's just all hip swinging, and that's how Nick Bosa runs. It's fucking weird. After his little sprint get off, that's it. Yeah. But I mean, Chase. I mean, we blitzed maybe I think 2 or 3 times the whole game, and we were still getting pressure on Goff in the second half. It's because we stayed in our lanes and we did the shit that we were supposed to do. Instead of trying to make a play, we just did the job. I mean, that's what Nick Bosa even said after the game. We did our job.
Well, it was nice to see boy Fred Warner do his little interview after the game, because he's been around for a while, and he was there when y'all played the Chiefs last time in the Super Bowl, and sure he's going to turn it up a notch.
Let's hope. I mean, they were just showing the highlights of our fourth quarter against the Chiefs, the last Super Bowl that we played them in, and I was just kind of like, God damn, Jimmy was awful.
Was it NFL Network? NFL Network?
ESPN. Jimmy was just god awful, man. I mean, good. How in the world did Kyle get this man 30 wins?
Well.
Sometimes it be like that, dog.
It's so wild. But, I mean, knock on wood, with the exception of, Cleveland Farrell and Drake Jackson, who I haven't seen him in months anyways. Knock on wood, we're pretty healthy going into the damn Super Bowl. I mean, I miss Hufanga, but what can you do?
What is it? Was his injury an ACL, or what was Fufanga's injury?
ACL, man. He got shook out of his shoes so bad, man.
He's what did you say he was? A free safety? Safety?
They kind of interchange.
I feel like he's one of those hybrid strong free.
He's one of the better ones in the NFL, I think, isn't he?
He was all pro last year.
Yeah, last year.
He was on my ultimate team in Madden, bro. That dude's a baller.
Yeah, nah.
I was like, who the hell is this guy with the long hair coming out of his helmet, dude? He keeps picking off his sixes.
Yeah, I mean, knock on wood, and Logan Ryan played a much better game because also, we started playing a lot more 3 safeties in the second half as well. Because like we had Tayshaun Gibson who got that fumble, you had him playing and doing pretty much what Hufanga normally would do, and then you had Jair Brown and Logan Ryan just kind of interchanging and doing what they needed to do, and knock on wood, no pass interference penalties.
Yeah, your game was pretty free flow, right? There weren't that many penalties the last one, right?
No, there were a couple that should have been called on the Lions. Like, how do you miss that roughing the passer on, like, when a dude, I mean, Purdy's already on the ground and then he dives head first into his face mask.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one where the DB stomped on Purdy's leg after one of his rushes.
Who's calling the Super Bowl, bro? We need to know who's calling the Super Bowl. Who is it?
I have no idea. I mean, have
Sean
they
Hockley? It's Sean Hockley, isn't it?
I know. Just because of the heritage.
Let's see.
Oh, dude. Ed Hockley was a
All right, here we go.
The diesel ref. The diesel ref. Ed Hockley, the diesel ref.
Oh, Bill Vinovich.
I don't know, but I know of him. I don't know much about what side he favors or.
I mean, he usually I mean, I don't know. I think he's one that really loves Patrick Mahomes.
Of course he does.
Right.
Patty. Yo, I went off. Did you listen to my polo, bro, about Pat Mahomes?
I'm about to. I actually haven't caught up. I need to catch up. I need to catch up on it today. I'm behind, like weeks.
Don't get me wrong, bro. Okay, this guy is off to a ridiculous start to his career, but ain't nobody got any business putting him in the same conversation as Tom Brady anytime soon, brother. He's got a long way to go. Think about
he does. He has a long way.
Even if he wins a third championship this year, we don't even know if he's going to make it to 4 Super Bowls again. Now, is it likely? Yeah, sure. But the gap's going to close in the AFC. Travis Kelce retires. Now what?
He is contemplating that.
Who?
He's having an incredible. He's having an incredible. But that's what they do. That's what we do. I mean, I definitely agree with you, but that's what we do. Our country is a country of statistics. Yeah. And as of now, his trajectory is almost parallel with Tom. So the comparisons are going to come. But he does have a long way to go. He has a long way to go. I agree. But it's incredible. It definitely is incredible what he's done so far.
Would you put him over Peyton?
No, not yet.
Yeah, not yet. I think he has better ability, natural talent than Peyton.
Definitely. He probably sees the field better. He's got a lot of really good eye.
Yeah, he definitely has natural talent. He has the ability to make something out of nothing. Peyton was more of a straight cerebral type of quarterback. So
this ref is the same ref that refed our Super Bowl against the Chiefs last time. That didn't call a single holding penalty against on Nick Bosa.
No way.
He's reffed the Chiefs 22 times, with the Chiefs winning 5 of their last 7.
Where do you find that information, bro?
I just Googled Bill Vinovich trends.
They pull it up on Twitter or like just the stats?
Just Googled it. I just Googled it. So I'm like,
Yeah, but he's incredible. He's incredible. I don't hate the kid. I just wasn't rooting for them mainly because of Taylor Swift. I was over.
Oh, dude, Minos, when you posted that video, Minos, I got angry, bro. I can't be watching y'all dancing no Taylor Swift, dog.
You know that shit ain't gonna happen. Man, fucking Adam Schefter this year interviewed Trent Williams asking about that, and he goes, "So this year, it's you guys listen to NBA Young Boys?"
Oh.
Trent just started laughing.
Well, he's older, and he's over his 30s now, right?
Trent?
Yeah.
Dude, he's in his 14th year.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
How long was he in Washington? We had him for a minute, didn't we?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe if y'all fixed his brain tumor instead of trying to let him die, he would still be there.
That is
but he was also talking about how much he loves Kyle Shanahan regardless, because he was like, man, I remember the first time the Shanahans came in, Kyle was like, doing something, and this man just walks in wearing like J's and some Jordan basketball shorts, and you're like, that he's just mad cool.
Listening to Lil Wayne. I know he loves Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, his son is named Carter.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's kind of funny. Yeah,
I can't believe.
Yeah. Nah, man, it's gonna be an interesting one. I mean, just prepare. If y'all thought the coverage that we've had of Taylor Swift so far is crazy, it's gonna be on drugs next week. It's gonna be on drugs next week.
Well, no, it's not. Wait, she's got a concert going on like the day before the Super Bowl, so they already calculated how she's gonna get to the stadium within 25 hours.
Oh my god.
And that's why I really don't consume much football like off of TV outside of like the games. As far as like ESPN and NFL Network, I don't really watch that shit like that.
No,
except if I'm watching highlights. Outside of that, I actually get a lot of my stuff from like YouTube bloggers and vloggers and shit like that. And
the backpedaling from every motherfucker this week about Brock Purdy was hilarious.
Oh, dude, really? Did you Undisputed?
The only person that really hasn't backed down is Cam Newton. Cam Newton is he's like the 10th best player on their team.
No, I stand on what I said. Like I think he's a very good player. I just don't think he is.
He's not a legendary. I mean, he's not Montana or Young.
Yeah, he's not like.
But the fucker he's a little fucker that could.
I mean, he's still developing, but just right now, I don't like I know they put him in the same category as like Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. I don't think he's on their level.
No, he's not on. I mean, we can all agree he's not that. And even
he's a very good player. I'll definitely give you that.
He's just a player and a dog.
Yeah. But bro, in 2 years, he's taken you guys to the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Who could say anything bad about that guy?
Dude, it's funny. JJ Watt said it today. I think it was today on McAfee's show. He was just kind of like, since when did America not like the underdog story? I mean, this kid is just like not supposed to be here. He's been trash talked his whole life, and this and that. You're too small. You're too weak. He's doing this, and then still people just want to back. Like, what in the hell?
Yeah. No. I mean, it's America. You're gonna have mixed opinions, and like,
I mean,
it all depends on where you open your ears to. That's why I don't consume that shit like that anymore. Like, I consume it
because half the time all the media does is make stuff about race. They just all they do is talk about all this nonsense that doesn't even matter, dude. Like,
yeah.
They just like to divide everybody, bro.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing, though. I remember a Charles Barkley interview from a couple years ago when he was talking about the first time he met Rush Limbaugh, and he wanted to fight him. But then when he actually talked to him, he was just kind of like, nah, we say that shit just because one side has to pick a side and we debate it and shit. I don't believe half the shit that I say. We just say it to get you guys pissed off and riled up and this and that.
Make money off of it.
Yeah, because that's all it is. And so sometimes you see, like, I mean, granted, Skip Bayless, I think, is borderline delusion.
Nah, Skip is fucking ridiculous.
He is ridiculous. But you hear some of the analysts and you go, what did you just like tonight? Kendrick Perkins said that the Sixers need to shut down Joel Embiid for the year.
Oh, he's an idiot, though. I can't stand what
I'm like, what? Like, where are you? Excuse me?
Why?
Because he's a tall player. I don't fucking know. Kendrick Perkins is dumb as shit, man.
Yeah, that's why I don't consume that stuff anymore. I'll be honest. I get most of my information on the web. On the web. Like I don't, because it gets on my nerves, like actually watching the opinionated shows on like ESPN and NFL Network and stuff like that.
You know, it's to me like I'm really stoked to see talented people become head coaches. I don't look at the fact that, like, and this might be off topic, but it's kind of hand in hand about what the media tries to like make us think. I don't look at it, oh, Antonio Pierce just got hired. He's a black coach. No, he's just a really good coach.
Yeah.
Like, we don't keep putting, like, what's his name? Got asked about that. Geno Smith? Now, I don't know which way, like, his comment was even perceived. Like, he's talking about the minority thing, and he's like, I can't even believe we're still talking about this in 2024.
Who said this? What happened?
Geno Smith.
Oh, from Seattle?
Yeah, when they asked him about minority coaches and stuff, and like, there's a lot of really good coaches in the NFL. Maybe there's more white than black. I'm sure there is, but that doesn't matter to me. They're just a good coach.
If he's a good coach, he's a good coach. I hear what you're saying.
But that's all they talk about anymore, like on ESPN, Fox. It's crazy, man. Can we just watch sports? You know, like
let sports be sports.
Ain't nobody thinking about that.
Yeah, I feel you. I actually couldn't even tell you what, if it's not on social media now, like the excerpts and stuff, I couldn't even tell you what they say on any of them shows anymore.
Yeah. Well, I tried to listen to Undisputed on the radio because I was in my car.
Oh, man, yeah, that's a bit different. Yeah.
I couldn't even understand what they were saying because they're like arguing, you know. And Skip, Richard Sherman's really loud when he's talking to Skip. Like, obviously, it's kind of hard to understand what anybody's saying because they're like arguing, you know.
Yeah.
And but Richard Sherman obviously doubled down on Brock Purdy. He's like, see, I told you, Brock Purdy is not a game manager. He's better than. And he's right. He's not a game manager.
Yeah.
Maybe
I agree.
He's kind of like how Tom was when Tom first came in. Tom wasn't talented. Look how overweight Tom was.
I always tell people that. Like, Tom became, I mean, he always had that clutch gene. He showed it like early, but like at the beginning, I feel like he came into form like year 3 or year 4. Like he was like, he just became unplayable. But like before that, he was just like, you know, just a good, solid player, you know, that just was clutch when it mattered. Yeah.
And we should be loving the underdog story, bro. Like, Tom Brady was literally kept on the Patriots roster as a 4th quarterback. Nobody does that. He was the 4th quarterback on Michigan. Okay, so why are we rooting for Brock Purdy? Like, this dude was the last pick of the draft, brother.
Yeah.
And so
because he plays for the 49ers.
It's true. I mean, but why do you guys get so much hate though? Why?
I think part of the reason is people see, it goes back to what I was saying, like what they're exposed to. So a lot of the hate, I think, stems from him being compared to like the Mahomeses in the league and stuff like that. So like people are like, it's too early for that, and then like it kind of sprouts that bitterness to some extent. But like in comparison, when Tom first came in, they didn't really start comparing him to anybody great until like year 2 or 3, like, or maybe year 3 or so. Like they were always like, it's Belichick's defense that's holding him together. Tom is just clutch when it happens. But then when he became Tom, there was nothing you could say about it. You know what I'm saying?
Tom is still throwing dimes.
Oh yeah, no. Tom is the GOAT.
Did you He was at like some convention and he hit a motherfucker in stride
I
from
saw.
like what, like the fuck?
Yeah, nah.
Like damn.
He's a goat. I think now in today's society, a lot of people like are a lot faster at crowning people. I think that's what gives a lot of hateful feedback.
Well, a lot of people say Tom wouldn't have won that many rings without a top 10 defense. And maybe they're right. But if you look back at the Chiefs, I would be willing to guarantee their defense when Mahomes has won the Super Bowl has been near the top 10. They have to have been.
No.
Okay?
Nah,
it's not like it's like 30th.
No, it's just our offense was that dog shit with Jimmy Garoppolo.
He hasn't really had very good defenses. They've been like either
last year they were in a damn shootout. It's just
they haven't been that great.
One Jalen Hurts fumble.
Yeah.
But for the whole season, they weren't ranked near the top 10.
Nah, he's not had a really good. I think they're like middle of the pack or like just a little bit after.
Like
even when they had
this is the best defense he's had.
Yeah, this is the best one he's had.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Their corners are some shutdown corners.
Yeah, yeah.
The only guy
that's why he's able to. That's why they're able to get by without scoring 8 million points. They're not even capable of doing that right now. So like the defense helps a whole lot for them, you know. But to be fair, even back to the Tom argument, I feel like that was the case maybe for his first 3 rings, and after that, he was literally carrying the team. The time that he would go and fail in the Super Bowl, it was on his back. Thereafter, it was still on his back. So.
Well, it's weird. Like his arm got better as he got older.
Yeah.
It was the avocado ice cream in the TB12 and making out with his son.
Go ahead, dog. Go ahead, dog.
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
Hey. But yeah, I hated Tom because he was a thorn in my flesh as a Colts fan, but I will not hesitate to give him his flowers, though. He's like that.
I told you, bro. I'm thoroughly happy that I dropped $800 on 2 end zone seats to take my wife to a game, bro. We went to that Monday night game against the Saints, and he scored 2 touchdowns in the last 3 minutes, bro. And
when he was in Tampa, or
in Tampa.
Okay.
And both of his touchdowns were right in front of us. He broke the record for game-winning drives in that game. I mean, that was a bucket list thing for me, bro.
Yeah.
Because I knew he was going to retire, and I was like, damn, I got to go.
Yeah, you had to see him at least once. I feel you.
Yeah,
I've seen it. I've kind of lost count how many times I've seen him because he's played here against the Eagles.
Oh yeah,
a bunch of times.
I've never seen him.
No.
No.
You've seen Peyton though, right? You've seen Peyton?
I've seen Peyton a couple times. I've seen Andrew Luck even.
Did you go to the RCA Dome ever?
I've never been to Indy. I've seen all the games here.
You've never been to Indy?
Never been to Indy. Well, not for a game, but I've been to Indy. Yeah.
Man, I've been to Indy more. I've been to games in Indianapolis more than you.
Yeah,
At the RCA Dome? You went to the RCA?
I went to Lucas Oil, and then I also went to a Colts preseason game in Cincinnati when my boy was a rookie.
Oh, when cool. Banter was there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw him a couple of times. I saw him against Washington twice. I saw him once against the Ravens. That was a good one. The Ravens one was good. The catch when Dallas Clark had the ball like a server.
Oh
that was right next to our seats. It was dope.
So you saw that's back when they had Ray Lewis and stuff.
Yeah, Ravens? Ed Reed. I saw all of them. It was dope. Dope. Yeah. But yeah, I'll when I was hoping to see Richardson this time around, but he was on concussion protocol when they came, and luckily we still won. But and I was also at the Carson Wentz game. I went to the Carson Wentz game, the Monday night game that we lost in overtime.
I've seen Carson Wentz play too many times.
That was the game that put everybody on alert. For what's his face, Jonathan Taylor. He went off on that defense, but we still lost.
Against who?
Against the Ravens. 2 years ago. When the person went? Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yo, did you know that Jonathan Taylor is like an astrophysicist or something crazy like that?
Yeah, he's very smart. He got accepted to Yale and Harvard, but he turned it down for football and went to Rutgers. Yeah,
definitely smart.
Yeah, very smart, very smart.
I would have done the same shit.
Yeah, and he was actually a track athlete. That's why he ran he runs real fast. He was a track athlete too. That's why he runs in the 4.3s, something like that. Yeah. But yeah, man. What's that?
Where's Kwaku at? Is he still
mourning? He better be here for the Super Bowl preview, for real.
He's still mourning.
Still mourning,
dog. We haven't seen him since the Eagles got bounced, have we?
Yeah, that's true.
We haven't seen him.
He gonna cry in the car.
That's not fair.
Last week it was like rain check. It's a new week, still rain check.
It's been
We'll see him next week. I'm pretty sure he'll be here for the Super Bowl preview.
He's like Ray J singing in the rain right now.
If I had one wish.
He wants you guys.
Jalen would be good again.
Oh,
he wants y'all to so bad.
Hilarious, man.
Yeah, y'all be going at it, bro. It's funny.
Yeah, for real.
I can't tell if you guys are being serious or you're just joking sometimes.
Oh, I love breaking people's stones. Kwaku can handle it, and he comes back. Rex couldn't. Rex put his tail in his butthole and went home.
Yeah, you and Rex definitely used to butt heads heavy.
I called Rex God. I told him I'm sorry. Nobody else could ever be right.
Hopefully, we'll get him on for the off season just to talk about teams' outlook for next season. Sometime in the maybe after the draft, heading into preseason. Heading into training camp, we'll probably do an episode, and then maybe after training camp and preseason is done, we'll do one related to preview for the season, and then, but in between that, we'll be meeting off camera to figure out the brand and shit. So, yeah. So, but I'm excited. I'm excited for the Super Bowl. Should be fun. Looking forward to everything about it. The commercials, the halftime show, I guess, even the game.
Commercials suck. Didn't the commercials suck last year?
They were weak last year. Yeah, very weak last year. So
it ain't like the 90s, man. Back in the 90s,
the 90s were really good. Yeah, the 90s ones were really good. I remember the days of the Dorito girl and shit. You remember that?
You remember there was one with the Budweiser.
The Budweiser frogs.
They had another one, some weird one where a cow was just saying thank you, like thank you. I don't know. There's been a lot of weird commercials, bro. But in the 90s, where it was at.
Don't you remember when they dropped the car, the neon on us during the Super Bowl once? Rest in peace, neons.
I'll have to go look on YouTube to see like the best Super Bowl commercials of all time.
Yeah. Now they're a grip. I forget how much they cost now. They're like crazy.
They cost just like the fucking prices of the goddamn ticket, man.
Yeah, it's like 10 to 15 million, right? Easy.
So during COVID, when the Bucks played at home, the cheapest ticket in the 300s was like $4,000, bro. Because I wanted to go. I was like, oh, well, I should at least go to Super Bowl week, because I'm close to Tampa. So I almost went to that. But the game itself, bro, like with the limited fans, I think it had limited fans too. It was like $4,000 in the 300s.
So when my friends went to the Super Bowl in Minneapolis, when the Eagles went, they each got tickets in the upper sections for like, I think $1,800 a piece.
That's cheap, isn't it?
That was good. Well, it was also Minneapolis, and it was -20 outside too.
Before they had a dome?
No, but everybody had to walk in with parkas. Next thing you know, you're inside.
Oh wow.
But still, 1,800. If tickets were 1,800, that's doable. When we played in Miami the last Super Bowl, I was like, damn, $3,600. Oh, that's pushing it. And then now, $9,000 for the upper levels.
That's
Get
the
the
cheapest.
fuck out of here!
Isn't that interesting though? Like this sport is practically funded
It's
by,
pricing out fans.
it's that's what I was about to say. It's funded primarily by average to the poorest demographic in this country. But then when it comes to the pinnacle of it, it's only elitists that are allowed to watch the game. It's kind of crazy.
Or Peacock.
or that's what I'm saying. It's kind of crazy when you actually think about it.
Like those dudes that had gone to like every single Super Bowl ever since they started, those old men. I don't know if they're still around or not. But like even in the 90s, they were getting a ticket for like $150.
Yeah, like even like a lot of the season ticket holders are people that literally put all their work, money, and stuff into it because this is their escape.
They can't get the tickets.
Exactly, and they can't afford it. It's crazy when you actually think about it. Like,
yeah, and it's like
they don't have any like sections where they have sweepstakes where they actually offer affordable tickets to fans. They don't even do that.
Well, they do. So like when the Eagles were in, the Eagles were allotted a certain amount of tickets that basically all the season ticket holders were on a lottery for.
Okay, so how does that work? If your number is called or you win the lottery, how much do you pay to attend, or is it free, or what is it?
So last year's NFC Championship game, the face value of the ticket was $342.
Okay.
For the Super Bowl face value ticket, I think it was going to be somewhere around $900.
That's still not affordable. That's still not affordable.
It's fucking wild.
So if I would understand if they have those sweepstakes or a lottery, because I know everybody wants to go to that game, but you enter the lottery, you win your spot in the lottery, they should still afford you regular tickets that you would pay during the season instead of like inflating those prices, because at the end of the day, you have to reward the people that you're actually benefiting from. These are the people that you're making most of your money from. They don't care about that shit. It's crazy, but it's real.
I mean, shit, man. Doyen has gone to 2 Super Bowls.
How?
Because he knew a dude that was an alpha that took him to the one that the Steelers won, and then the one the following year that the one the Steelers won with Bettis.
Yeah, with Bettis, yeah.
And then the following year, he went to both of those Super Bowls.
Interesting.
Motherfucker. Wow. He don't even like football.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, this was a great show, guys. Looking forward to next week. Hopefully we can get everybody that's mourning to come on here and give their predictions and their thoughts leading into
they're all scared.
This next week, I'll consider looking into the Super Bowl week or Super Week or whatever the hell is. I'll consume some of that shit so I can have some stuff to talk about. But generally speaking, I don't consume none of that bullshit that's on TV. But I'm still a good fan of football. I figure out ways to get news without having to hear the bullshit. So
for me, it's like I just always be listening to like NBA serious fantasy radio.
That's why you're always hating on motherfuckers.
That's a good way to also fantasy team. What's that?
Because they about to jump into baseball too. Talking about a little fantasy baseball, so let's go. And hey, shout out to Cal Ripken, man, for being part of the ownership group for the Orioles, man.
Word. I know you happy. Nah, I consume my stuff from guys like you and me, but those ones, they're definitely people that are like just average Joes that have like connects with they know people within the franchise, and they'll share information, and they do their due diligence to do research and just come and give objective thoughts like we are here, as opposed to what's that?
JP Finley, for example. Like
exactly. Yeah, from our school. Yeah.
Yo, he made it. He's like the main reporter for Washington, bro.
Washington, yep.
Bama in high school, and he made it.
Yeah, exactly. Small and funny, right? Small world, how things just kind of show up and turn around. Yeah, it's funny because I look at him sometimes on TV. I'm like, wow, this guy
made it.
He made it. Yeah.
Still Bama, but he made it.
Right. So, but yeah, everyone that has watched this far or who watch later, thank you so much. Tune in for next week. It's the finale. We're all looking forward to it. The smoke has cleared, and we're down to 2. Let's see if my man Minos will be cheering next week around this time. Well, no, 2 weeks, right?
No, I ain't saying shit next week. I ain't talking no shit. You know me.
In 2 weeks, we'll see if you be cheering. So we'll see. Well, anyway, love always. Have a blessed week. We gone.